From the fresh baked baguette all the way to the delicious sandwich filling, the banh mi is a unique blend of French and Vietnamese cuisine. But don't worry, it's not that complicated. Baking baguette or any type of bread uses only a few simple ingredients: flour, salt, water, and yeast. It takes time, but it's worth it. This simple recipe gives you a perfect banh mi that you can enjoy at home. This banh mi will make you happy with every bite. Welcome to my kitchen. I am Diễm Hằng and today I will teach you how to bake banh mi. Just follow this instruction and get a perfect result. First, you will need a spray bottle of water and a side of baking dish, scale, and knife. I use this knife for score the bread, and stand mixer with a dough hook. If you have a strong hand, there's no need to use a stand mixer. Now the ingredients: 350 grams all-purpose flour, 200 grams of bread flour, 250 grams water, 7 grams yeast, 5 grams of salt, 5 grams of sugar. Now the steps. First, the mixing and fermentation stage. In a mixing bowl, combine the sugar, salt, and flour. Dissolve yeast in a small bowl of water. Set aside for 5 minutes. Optional: 2 teaspoons of dough enhancer. I recommend using dough enhancer for home baking because it helps the dough rise faster and more consistently. Add the yeast and water mixture and mix using the dough hook for 10 minutes. This process distributes the yeast evenly throughout the dough and develops the gluten. When the dough forms, does not stick and begins to pour together, remove the hook. Cover with plastic wrap and rest for 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, mix the dough again to deflate about 2 minutes. And then rest again for 30 more minutes. Repeat the step 2 times. After approximately 2 hours, the dough will become smooth, elastic, and flavorful. This is the process of dough fermentation. Next, the pre-shape and proofing stage. Divide the dough into 5 chunks, 180 grams each. Add flour to clean work surface. Roll the dough into balls. Rest for 10 minutes to allow the dough to relax, so it's easier to shape later. On the work surface, flatten the dough. You can use rolling pin if needed. Use your hand to pick up the dough on each end and stretch the dough into a rectangular shape. Fold and roll the dough inward and press down to seal the side as you roll. Leave the seam side down. Use the hand to roll the dough out, starting from the middle, moving to the end. Add more pressure toward the end. Proof for 40 to 60 minutes. It might need longer if the room temperature is cold. If your oven has a proofer, set a timer for 30 minutes. If you don't have a proofer, put it in the warm place or in the warm oven at 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Also, place in the oven a baking dish with a half a cup of hot water. After 30 minutes and waiting for the dough to rise, preheat the oven 425 degrees or to 450 degrees Fahrenheit. Be sure to keep the spray bottle ready. When the dough is developed enough, double in volume, it's ready to bake. Another way to set is to press a finger lightly in the dough. If it springs back, the proofing is complete. If it's still firm, it needs more time. Use the sharp knife to score the dough, 3/4 inch deep. Place the tray in the oven. Spray 5 times or more to steam the oven for the best result. Bake for 20 minutes. A
A few simple key ingredients such as fresh herbs, green onions, cilantro, red chili, pickled carrots, and daikon, and homemade mayo complement the light, airy, fluffy bread to make a perfect Vietnamese sandwich. For protein, I can use leftover grilled pork or roasted chicken. Today, however, I will make a vegetarian banh mi using the tempeh as main protein. The first thing to do is marinate the tempeh for at least 30 minutes. If you bought already marinated tempeh, you can skip this step.
For one package of tempeh, slice tempeh to 1/4 inch thick in a container. Mix together 1 tablespoon of honey, 3 tablespoons of soy sauce. Then add the sliced tempeh. Make sure they are evenly coated. On the grill pan or frying pan, brown both sides of the tempeh slice. Now to make the mayonnaise. Now the ingredients: 2 yolks, 200 ml canola oil or sunflower oil, half a teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of vinegar, 1/4 teaspoon of 5 gram white pepper. I like to use the hand mixer. If you don't have one, you can do this manually. Start with only the yolk, salt, pepper, and vinegar in the bowl at first. Start drizzling a little oil in slowly until about 1/4 of the oil has been added. Then gradually add more oil until the mixture is creamy and thicken it. Now the pickled vegetables. Cut carrot and daikon into matchstick and mix together in a mason jar. Into a saucepan, add 100 ml of vinegar, 100 grams of sugar, 150 ml of water, half a teaspoon of salt, and a few peppercorns. Bring to boil. Take off the heat and pour into mason jar with veggie. Let sit for 3 hours for the pickling process to complete. Next, the raw veggies. Julienne a stalk of green onions. Cut cucumber into butternut sticks. Slice some red chili for color. Yes, I like spicy. And finally, to beat it all together, cut the bread open on one side. Spread mayo on both sides. I love mayo, I know, I love mayo. Add the tempeh. Add more if you like. Add the raw veggies and the pickled veggies. Some red chili for color. Soy sauce to taste. It looks amazing. I want a bite. Now enjoy your very own home cooked Vietnamese banh mi.